And the lie detector says that was a mother's.
Hello, loungies. Today we are getting into more messy TEA. I have my #1 fake hater badge of honor on. Let's go.
Okay, so now I'm watching Baddies USA Chapter 2. Okay, so they just dropped the first episode. And it's like an hour. So I most likely is gonna go here and there with clips with fights or shit that I'd be like, like, what are we doing? Or if I'm like, I'm not feeling this person right now because they're doing this or whatever. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna go into every single detail in this video because I don't feel like doing that. It's gonna be long as hell. I don't feel like doing that. And yeah. So right now they're showing Natalie, Diamond the Body, and Cold Killer because they got a new song out. So right now they're doing their video. That's what I'm up right now. I guess they're gonna. I guess the main thing they're gonna do in this video is probably show the cast. Okay. So I'm already about to be 9 minutes in. So right now they just doing intros. The next time y'all gonna hear from me is when shit start getting it going. So I gotta have to talk about this, okay? Because we gotta know where the beefs and who's beefing now. And it's looking like all those trios, quadruplets, and the goddamn double troubles and all these click ups that they had on Baddies, they're fading away. We know Big Lex, Dolly, and Summer are no longer a trio. Now, Cold Killer is basically saying her, K-Rican, and Fauna are no longer a trio. I don't know why these girls be trying to click up on these shows anyway, knowing there's a lot of fakery that's going on. I wouldn't be able to do it. Nobody would like me on the show. I'm sorry. Everybody will want to fight me because I definitely observe and I definitely like picky with people that I really, have in my space. So, yeah, nobody would like me on the show at all. But anyways, yeah, so they brung in Bahati. Okay, I like Bahati when she was on Baddies Gone Wild. I think that was the one she was on. And then we have Neek, Showgirl Neek. Okay, we know that she was on Jocelyn's Cabaret. That's one of Jocelyn's friends, supposed friends. Supposed friends, because everybody fake friends, right? So those are the two girls that's on chapter 2 so far. And right now, Diamond the Body, Cold Killer, Natalie, Bahati, and Neek is having a conversation. So this is where the trio conversation is happening. And I guess K Rika came online and was saying some shit, and Cold Killer responded, and Cold Killer's basically saying, I said something first, and then she says, like, what are we doing? I would love to know what the hell they was falling out over. Oh my Jesus. I like Bahati because she stand 10 toes. She don't really have to do the most. A lot of people be starting shit with her a lot of the times. She pop her shit. A lot of people pop our shit. Oh well, who cares? Right? People should be able to pop their shit, express themselves how they want to express themselves without always going to fight. Like, but we know this is a fighting show, so Bahati, they asking Bahati, like, there is some girls, going wild here. Like, who you beefing with? She like everybody. So they like, so Cold Killer like, so it's on site? And Bahati was like, it's always been on site. Oh, child, Natalie, clock it. Wait, clock it. Can we clock Natalie for a second and let me and whoever that put this together? Because first of all, baddies are like the original, the baddies who started off baddies and now on other shows. That's how I think of it. If you came from other fighting shows and stuff like that, no, I'm talking about the original baddies that came when the show was baddies. You get what I'm saying? All the new fresh faces. Now we have Zeus and Now That's TV. Okay, so we have some Now That's TV girls. Natalie said Diamond has to work with the Now That's TV girls because they're called Now That's the Zeus girls or something. Child. And then Bahati is going to be the one to deal with the girls gone wild. Okay, which is from Zeus, right? Then they got Neek with the Cabaret girls. And Cabaret is from Jocelyn, and Jocelyn's on Zeus, but they're different shows. Not Natalie got Jocelyn girls on there. She even got Now That's TV girls. I'm done. Okay, so this part is where Natalie and Scotty have that sit down. And Natalie in her confession was like, I ain't bringing Rolly. Why do you gotta have backup? You and Scotty supposed to have like a one-on-one conversation. Why do you feel the need to have somebody else tag along? So Scotty's sitting there and they walk in and Scotty like, oh, y'all two together? What in the fakery shit is going on here? So, and then Natalie's like, in her confessional, she's like, I gotta see the Zeus baby. Girl, the fakery gotta stop. I'm sorry, I cannot with the fakery. Oh my god. So Lemmy comes in with their baby. He gives Scotty the baby. And Natalie and Rolly like, and then Natalie is just like, I think a lot of the Zeus girls are feeling ways, especially the ones that smashed Lemmy or did anything with Lemmy or Lemmy helped them in any type of financial way or did anything with Lemmy. Because I feel those are the females that thought that that would have been them. That's how I feel. You know, a lot of these girls are thinking about coins and thinking about the opportunities. And Lemon Pepper is CEO of Zeus, and Zeus is like big as fuck, right? So I feel like Natalie mainly probably because like she, even though she got her husband and nobody knows her husband for real. What does her husband do? What does he do? He a stay at home dad, right? She probably wants somebody like Lemon Pepper with that power and that coin. I don't know. That's just how I see them because they carry themselves as if it's all about coins. So I don't know. You see, the stuff that Natalie says and her actions towards Scotty makes me believe she's jealous. I don't care what type of money or that Natalie has or what type of fame she has or known for the television shit. None of that really matters besides what another female is looking at, like she wants something that that female has, or whether it's looks, whether it's the men, whether it's the money, I don't know, it's something. All right, Natalie just said you came the fuck up. What do I gotta be mad or whatever? Like, girl, what? First of all, I'm tired of this Natalie and Scotty situation. I've been said this from when Natalie started just bullying Scotty and putting her hands on Scotty. I was like, ew, that's not no friendship at all. I don't know what's going on, but that's toxic as hell. But they kept trying to be friends, and I understand you were trying to keep a friendship, whatever. I don't know if it was a television friendship or if they had a friendship outside of that because it just was not given. Okay, and sometimes it just be like that. But I always thought that Natalie felt some type of way about Scotty, you know. And I always like, damn, Scotty, stick up for yourself. You know, sometimes it be like that because you don't want to fight your friend, you don't want to, go too far with your friend, even though the friend is probably going far. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you gotta put your foot down and understand shit. I gotta worry about me. And Scotty is worried about her. Now Natalie feels some type of way because Scotty don't deal with her like that. Scotty don't see Natalie like that. You get what I'm saying? Even though they might be cordial or whatever. Natalie always say, I don't like the new Scotty that you become. Why? Because she's sticking up for herself? And she's distancing herself from you? Girl, bye. Natalie, shut up. Oh, I'm not jealous of you, Scotty. You know, I don't want, like, girl. And then she gonna turn around and talk about something. Yeah, it's just because, lately you just, seemed a little bit entitled. And Natalie, all you do is act entitled. All you do is use your money for whatever you feel like you want to do on trick on people and stuff like that. You're mad because Scotty is not falling for your bullshit no more. The shit that comes out of Natalie's mouth, you could tell you feel some type of way. I don't know what it is. Maybe it is about Lemmy. Maybe she wanted Lemmy's baby. I don't know. But it's giving very much something. It's giving very much something. And they having the same conversation over. It gets tiring. Like, pack it up. Clock it. Because we know Scotty telling the truth. Scotty's like, I never really came online, broadcasted your information, didn't know none of that, no none of that. And now it's like, no, you haven't. No, I never said that. I don't take that away from you. No. Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure Scotty knows a lot of things about Natalie as she can come out and expose if she really wanted to be grimy. But because that's not her character, she didn't do that. She's not doing it. You get what I'm saying? Like, you just never know how you would be in that situation if somebody exposed you or some shit, and do you expose them back or what? Do you go to the police, let them know that they're putting private information or private whatever? Whatever. What do you do? Let me know, what would you do if you was friends with somebody or family or anybody that you personally know and y'all get into it and they just come online and just start exposing everything? Here go Rolly. She's in the middle. She like, I think y'all need to, fix your relationship and, re-know each other because, everybody, change and yeah. But if the other person is not changing and you know that the person is capable of doing the same shit that they keep doing, why would you keep wasting your time? Why would you want to keep dealing with that? Is what I'm not understanding. I personally feel that they need to just keep it business. Scotty's a mom now. She need to worry about that. Worry about her issues that allegedly she got going on over there with Lemmy in that household, okay? Because that's what they've been saying on the streets, all right? And Natalie need to just worry about being her baddie CEO, whatever the hell she want to do, and just, mix the business and the personal shit and like disconnect that shit. Because I feel like Natalie and Scotty do not need to be friends. That's just how I feel. Okay, so now Tommy and Ciroc is sitting down, the other fake friends. I thought that they was friends. That's what Tommy made it seem like, that's what they made it seem like. But Tommy is like, I paid you basically to help her. Like, she paid her to be a bodyguard. That's basically what it sounded like to me, okay? And then Ciroc is like, hire. And then, it's just like, girl, you knew exactly what you was doing, Ciroc. Tommy used you and you used Tommy to get on baddies. It is what it is. Y'all both use each other. Next. Okay, so a fight is happening. First fight that we have seen so far, and we're 28 minutes in. And this is, I guess, a replacement that's going to come for Ciroc. Now, Tommy walked away. There wasn't any resolution. It's a whole bunch of bullshit. And Tommy walked away. Okay, Ciroc said, I'm going to slap the shit out of you. While Tommy's walking away, Tommy says, do it. It would be a right time to do it now. Tommy's outside already in the truck, and Ciroc is coming down. I guess, I don't know if this is Tommy's friend, a real friend, or somebody that she just met, like she did Ciroc. I don't know. But Ciroc and her about to fight. Wait, the girl that I thought Ciroc was gonna fight because the girl was popping shit while Ciroc was throwing water or some shit off the balcony piece. I thought that Ciroc was about to fight her, but there was another girl standing there, and I guess they ended up fighting or whatever. And then why the girl that I initially thought she was gonna fight came out of nowhere, hit her, and ran. So to get back in the, oh my Jesus. Why would you want to hit somebody knowing you gonna run? Like, just don't do nothing at all. You should have just went in the car and sat down inside with Tommy. Okay, so I guess the girl that Ciroc is fighting is called Treve or some shit like that. But Treve is actually, getting in there with Ciroc. So they're getting in there with each other. There's really no winners to me, in my opinion. As of right now. Okay, they both looking like, I don't know, ain't nothing really being done. So Ciroc is telling Tommy to come out the car because Tommy just saying stuff out the car or whatever. And Tommy said, I'm injured. While she's she was like, why would you want to fight me? I'm injured. And she's rolling up the windows and Ciroc try to spit on Tommy. Like, what is up with this spit and shit? Like, y'all that mad that y'all can't get to the person y'all gotta spit? So E.T.'s on here. Like, I liked E.T. when she was on that TV because she was raw and just being herself. I felt like when she went on Baddies, she felt she was being a little bit more of a bully and picking and choosing, and she was just doing too much for me when she was on Baddies, when she first came on Baddies. So I guess E.T. is in chapter 2. So we're gonna see what she's given this time around. The Now That's TV Zeus, the Now That's Zeus girls, okay? Now That's TV Zeus girls are about to have a meeting. So right now, Ivory and Diamond the Body is chilling, sitting, and they're basically saying who they got beef with, whatever. And Ivory says her and Pressure has to get that. Now E.T. is walking in. Ivory said her and E.T. is supposed to be cool. She said from far as she knows, but sometimes people have secret animosities or want a camera time, so we'll see. Okay, so they're also showing the baddies going wild girls. They're about to have their meeting, and Bahati is supposed to be the one in charge. Okay, Daisy Dukes. I ain't really like Daisy Dukes on Baddies Gone Wild. Didn't like her. Felt like she's a bully. I felt like she was doing way too much for the camera. And I just felt like she was being extra. She felt like she was above everybody. She was running shit, all types. I don't like people with that mentality. Ew. So we're gonna see how this goes. And she was her and Bahati was supposed to have been cool. But I guess because Bahati is not an ass kisser and all of the things that Daisy wanted her to be, she felt some type of way about that. So I guess we gonna see. Okay. Daisy don't like that Bahati actually addressed things with Daisy and like just pop her shit. Be honest. Okay, so all right. This is something I don't agree with. Okay, so Daisy just asked Bahati, "Did you leak my address?" And to me, I already know how I feel about that. I feel like when it comes to people locations and like broadcasting that out, that's a very dangerous situation, especially if people are out here moms. Okay, so I guess Bahati leaked Daisy's address. Daisy said, "When I inboxed you and I asked you, you never let me know if that was your house or not." And Bahati's like, "You said your house was on fire and stuff like that." And Daisy was like, it did. And Bahati's like, "Can I see the proof?" Girl, who are you? Like, I don't gotta prove shit to you. If you think that I'm a liar, I'm a liar, but I don't have to prove nothing to you. If I want to prove shit on my terms, then that's what I'll do. So Bahati like, and then Bahati like, "Do you have the fire report or some shit?" And Daisy like, "Yeah." Now she about to show her prove what? Even if Daisy was lying, what does that do to you? What is that doing? What is that affecting you, Bahati? This is something I don't like, okay? No. Why is that your business? Child. Yeah, Hurricane M is on here, and I didn't like Hurricane M on Baddies Gone Wild either, and I didn't like TT. I think TT was on there. Oh, is she on Jocelyn Carey? I don't know, but Hurricane M, she was another one that was doing way too much for me. It's like, girl, sit down. Okay, so yeah, TT is on here too now. I didn't like TT on Baddies Gone Wild either. And if y'all see the characters and the person that they are, and you'll be like, okay, so she don't like people like this. No, I don't. I don't like people like her, Hurricane M, Daisy Dukes. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yeah, one thing about Bahati, a lot of the girls feel some type of way about her and just be having this imaginary, like, commotion for her. It's like, Bahati be as freaking, what you call it, TT, I think TT or Hurricane M, one of them, she like, oh, I think it's TT. She like, Bahati like, no, TT was like, "Do we have a problem, Bahati?" And Bahati is like, "Do you have a problem? Because every time I ask you what's the problem with me, you always saying, you know, but you never tell me what's the problem." I hate when people do that because those are the people that never really have a problem for real. They don't even have a reason. Child. So Hurricane M and Bahati starts fighting because Hurricane M was like, "Why you jumped me at the reunion?" They showed the clip. Bahati didn't jump her. She was trying to jump her, and Bahati was in her confession just now saying, "I didn't jump you. I tried to jump you," and that was true. She didn't jump. She tried jumping. So they started fighting. While they're fighting, I'm like, "Bahati, get her! Bahati, get her!" Because I don't like Hurricane. Like, ew. A lot of them think they're bullies. A lot of them be doing too much, and it's just be cringy as hell. So, okay, so this is where the Now That's Zeus girls are about to have their fights. Okay, Ivory, Diamond the Body, and ET sitting waiting. Pressure, I think, is the last girl that's supposed to be coming in, and she's walking in now. And ET and Ivory said that they need that from Pressure. We know Pressure could stand on her own, but I hope that they don't jump because I seen online that E.T. and Ivy was jumping, and I don't appreciate that because both of them could fight and they do not need to team up and jump Pressure. Like, why? Yeah, they jumped Pressure. As soon as Pressure walk in, Ivory and her is about to square up. I could see Pressure's like trying to look around or whatever. I know she peeped E.T. But while her and Ivy fighting, E.T. coming in and punching her. Like, E.T., wait your turn. Relax. Ew. I hate a jumping bitch. Okay, second round. No jumping. Second round, her, Pressure and Ivory got into it, and Ivory got her down. Got her. Okay. Um, and Dominant Body's over on the side, hyping up Ivory, saying, "You got her, you got her, you got her, yeah, you got her." So just by Diamond the Body doing that is gonna make Pressure feel like, okay, well maybe I'm gonna have a problem with you too. Goddamn Pressure, big ass, tall ass, fell and tripped. What is that? Did she trip or something? Why Pressure be looking like she be in slow motion, child? Oh my god. Pressure falls. So Ivy's about to try to uppercut her. Child. I cannot. I cannot. Okay, so E.T. and Pressure fights, and E.T., it looks like E.T. got that. This is so embarrassing. So why is Pressure and Ivy fighting again, right? This is the clip that's going around. Why is Pressure fighting? I see somebody said Pressure looked like she was fighting like she be like people be fighting in their dreams. Child, it gave that. What? Child, but she's still holding her own at the end of the day. Pressure's still holding her own. Now her and Ivory is punching each other, talking about some F your baby itch, F your baby itch, F your baby itch. Like, what in the hell? Ugh. That just gave me a headache. Okay, so Pressure and ET fights again, and it looked like Pressure had got that one. Okay, so I guess Diamond the Body wanted smoke with Pressure, so she started swinging on Pressure. Her Pressure started the fight, and Pressure got that. One thing about Pressure, she is not watching her back, knowing everybody is trying to sneak her from every angle. Ivory snuck her mad times. E.T. snuck her mad times. Diamond tried to sneak her. But it's like, girl, you're not even paying attention to E.T. E.T. over here. The security already got Ivory behind the door thing. And Diamond's right there with the security. Why are you not watching where E.T.'s at? E.T. kept sneaking you, girl. To the point where the sneak that she just did landed Pressure on the goddamn couch. So all three of them is getting Pressure, trying to get it, because the security's still there, but they're still hitting. So y'all look pathetic. Anybody that jumps, y'all all look weak and pathetic. Like Ivory, ET, y'all fighters alone. So for y'all to be jumping and doing all this other shit, that's weak. Diamond the Body, you're weak, because now that's gonna be your storyline. Oh, Pressure, why are you talking about Ivory's dead dad or whatever? Why are you talking about somebody's dad and stuff like that? Girl, that's gonna be your storyline. You're gonna be fighting Pressure because she said something about Ivory's thing that has nothing to do with you. Ivory is handling her own, babies. You gotta try to find your own storyline, Diamond. So it looks like each group is just separately having their own thing. So now Natalie and Rolly is going into the house, and I guess they're going to meet up with the trios. Now, we do know that one trio was supposed to be Big Lex, Summer, and Dolly. The other one is Tasiki, Rolly, and Marilyn. And then the other one is Fauna, K-Rican, and Kokilla. So I don't know if they all gonna come right now or what, but we're gonna see. Actually, the trio was Tasiki, Biggie, and Anna. Those were the trio. So I don't know if Anna's there, but Marilyn also is a part of that group, so we'll see. Yeah, so Biggie, everybody coming. But the whole Tasiki and Biggie situation, I feel like Biggie, you know, a lot of people would feel some type of way. Oh, my friend is hugging my op or whatever. But Tasiki said she didn't know that Big Lex and Biggie had an issue. Nobody knew. It was a shocker. It was even a shocker for Biggie when Lex slapped her over some online shit or something. Oh no, it was over some blunt or some shit. Like, it's stupid. And I feel like Big Lex only did that for a moment to feel like she had power over Biggie, because she knew that Biggie don't fight and none of that stuff. So she didn't even have to do that. I didn't like that. A lot of the times, Tasiki, if you have a fighter and as a friend or whatever, a lot of the people feel like those people are my fighter friend's gonna always fight for me. No. What do y'all why? Why would y'all need to have friends as bodyguards? Like, that's just not what I understand. And nowadays you can't even be cool, cordial with anybody that your friend or anybody have issues with, because I don't have issues. Why would I have to make an issue because you're keep getting in issues with people? Like, I don't got time for that energy. You get what I'm saying? If I don't personally have issues with nobody, why do I have to make an issue for me? Why? Because we're friends? No. That means you need to work on yourself and stop getting into shit with people, and then maybe it could be a little bit more better. That's the reason why I don't deal with people, because I don't got time for that. Your baggage is not my baggage. Sorry. Yeah, Dolly and Big Lex is still pressured up about Summer. Summer walks in, they're already saying, Dolly's like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, Dolly's like, I don't know if I would be able to talk to her because the last time I tried to get her, I didn't get her how I wanted to get her. Like, girl, shut up. I really don't like Dolly. Like, Dolly is just annoying. Summer was annoying to me at one point, but for some reason, she's just really entertaining and she just funny as hell. And if you have that comedian part of you and you make me laugh, I'm gonna like you just because I like people that have like some type of comedian in them, not always so goddamn serious and shit like that. So we're gonna see how Summer do this chapter, and we're gonna see how this goes. Okay. So basically Summer just letting them know, like, I really don't care, whatever. Here go Big Legs, but you do on the internet. Why does y'all get so pressed about the internet and what's being said on the internet? Whatever is said on the internet is said on the internet. Next. Like, what are we doing? You gonna use that as an excuse to be a storyline to keep fighting Summer? Oh, you was talking shit on the internet. So what? And Summer said, Summer said to Big Legs, y'all be talking shit on the internet too. So what is the problem? Summer wasn't pressured up. Summer was calm. She was chilling. She just unbothered. And you can tell the tension is really with Summer and with Big Lex and Dolly. It's like, girls, y'all really wasn't friends for real. Yeah, Dolly sounds like a hater. She sounds stupid because she's like, Summer's basically naming the accomplishments and the things that she has been doing that made her, her life great right now. And she's like, she's naming these things like, listen, I don't got time for this. Like, if I knew that this was going to be the conversation from some shit from before, then she would have declined. And I don't blame her because that'd be a waste of time. Like, why are we going backwards? So, like, it is what it is. Like, it's nothing else that need to be explained. What we need to do is, like, what are we doing moving forward? Okay, Dolly over there talking about something. Yeah, you talking about music, but you don't got no hits and you don't got no sits. And then Dolly's like, yeah, the most viral. And Summer's like, I'm the most viral. Like, let's not do that type shit. And let's be honest, Summer is more viral and more known and more liked than Dolly. That's just all I gotta say. So yeah, that's basically what that's about. Dolly's feeling some type of way. Like, yeah, well, we was doing good too. No, girl, please. As soon as Summer says to Dolly, you're mad. Why you're mad? And Dolly gets up and about to fight her. That's how you know a mad hoe. When they ready to fight. That's how you know a mad hoe. That's how you know a hoe is in her feelings. Pressed. Bitter, miserable. Feel like fighting is always the resolution. But Dolly she just continuously make herself look like a hater. I would have been moving like Summer. Like, I would have been saying the same exact thing Summer is saying. Like, I had no storyline while walking away. Because, girl, you need a storyline off of me. Why are you so pressed? Big Lex was sitting down the whole time. Yes, clock it. Have her mind of your own. Because when they was a trio, I swear to God, a lot of the times Lex had a fight is because of Dolly or Summer. A lot of the times. Okay? Fighting their battles and feeling like, oh, this weird trio, I gotta fight. A lot of the times, Big Lex didn't even have no real issues. So a lot of this stuff was forced. Okay? So Summer's walking away. Dolly's running after her, still pressed. She really ran after her after Summer said, no storyline. Oh, yeah. Dolly gets triggered quick. She get triggered quick.
Hey, my loungies, this video is a wrap. Everything is alleged and not personal. It's not that serious. Oh, yeah. Make sure to subscribe.
Lately I've been in my bag, but told me don't take my foot off the gas. They give you an inch, gonna take you a mile. I'ma shoot by myself like a 10 for 5. City to city.